back to Malts and Hops. I'm here with Claybaugh.
And I'm joined by Wills. Today we're doing a beer by Newcastle. It's actually a unique beer. It's their first special release beer. It was first introduced last summer, in the summer of '09, at first to 14 select cities around the country. And since then they've decided to open it up to all markets. Couple of unique things about this bottle, just for Newcastle, if you're familiar with Newcastle, hopefully you are. They have always done their nut brown in a clear bottle, and this one is actually a summer ale, which I'm guessing is going to be a lighter, looks like it's going to be a lighter beer, but it's in a dark bottle. So,
and one reason for that might be that the beer is often changed by UV light and sunlight and damaged, and the taste changes. The Newcastle provides special oils and tannins to preserve the beer from the light and UV light. So maybe the summer ale doesn't have those special preserving properties, so they went with the darker, more classic bottle.
Yeah, it's very possible. And one other thing is on the top here, it says Hops and Glory instead of the one and only, which Newcastle is kind of their claim to fame.
Quite famous for. Let's crack this sucker open.
Let's do it. We got Larry joining us here.
There we go. And it says from the one and only. Ooh, much lighter.
I'm anxious to try this, being such a fan of the regular Newcastle brown ale, and
much lighter than the regular.
Typically not being as much a fan of lighter beers, but we'll see.
Doesn't smell very complex to me on first sniff.
Definitely pretty light, but not necessarily light for a summer ale.
Right.
Doesn't have a lot of strong characteristics right off the bat. You're right.
Slight whiff of honey, maybe.
Just a slight.
Trying to.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't have a real strong aroma, but maybe it's more in the taste. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not getting much out
I
of
mean,
it.
it's a summer ale, so
let's give it a shot.
I'm not expecting a ton here.
Okay.
It's quite a bit different at the same time.
Kind of bland, really. Not a whole lot of flavor.
It's not complex.
Yeah, definitely
For sure.
not complex. I mean, I would almost pin this as a lager. It's just
Yeah.
kind of...
Yeah, very similar to a lager for sure.
just kind of that beer that you're drinking when you're not really thinking about drinking beer. You're just drinking beer.
Yeah.
You know?
You're at a party or a game and just going through the beer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily enjoying beer for the qualities of the beer, but just drinking beer.
So I'm picturing this beer actually at a wedding where the bride and groom didn't want to go for the most expensive beer in the keg, but didn't want to go American lager beer in the keg.
They wanted to avoid Bud Light.
Right.
They wanted to avoid domestic.
Right. And just went for the next step up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it definitely fits in that category for sure. It's not a beer you're gonna impress anyone with.
Yeah. It's not bad though.
It's not the
I mean, I
worst.
could drink it.
Sure.
Rating?
I'd probably give it a 70.
70. I'm thinking it's in the C range. It's average.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 75.
It's definitely for boasting the name Newcastle, and obviously this is my opinion, being a huge fan of Newcastle. It's it's just kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
It doesn't live up to the, you know, the reputation, I guess, or whatever. But again, it's not horrible.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't recommend this beer for personal purchase unless it's you know, for one of those occasions where you're just needing a refreshment, not necessarily drinking beer for the quality of the beer.
Right.
So,
anyways, if you are interested, it's the Newcastle Summer Ale. Who knows how long they'll keep it out there? So.
and thanks for joining us today on Malts and Hops. You can email us at maltsandhops@gmail.com. Gotcha mid-swallow. And please give us your suggestions, comments, and stay tuned.
We'll catch you next time. Stay tuned.